They laughed when he disappeared. They mocked him when he stopped going out, when he stopped posting, when he stopped explaining himself. They thought he was failing because they could not see what he was building in silence. Daniel was 23 years old, living inside a tiny apartment with leaking roofs, unpaid bills, and a dream nobody believed in. By day, he delivered packages across the city on an old motorcycle barely holding itself together. By night, he fought for a future. Alone, while the world slept, Daniel stayed awake learning skills from a broken laptop with missing keys, editing, design, business, anything that could change his life. But dreams become heavy when nobody understands them. His friends laughed at him. Bro thinks he'll become successful from the internet. Life is short. Enjoy yourself. Every joke sounded small on the outside, but deep inside, they hurt. Because sometimes the hardest thing about chasing a dream is doing it without support. Weeks passed, then months. Still no success. No money. No breakthrough. No proof that his sacrifices meant anything. One evening, his mother looked at him with tired eyes and said, "Maybe it's time to stop chasing this dream." That sentence broke something inside him, because when strangers doubt you, it hurts. But when family loses faith, it feels personal. That night, Daniel sat alone in darkness, staring at his laptop screen. Hundreds of hours of unfinished work, years of effort, and for the first time, he almost quit. His finger hovered above the delete button. One click, and the dream would disappear forever. Then suddenly, the power went out. The room became silent, dark, empty, and in that darkness, Daniel realized something. Nobody was coming to save him. No perfect moment. No applause. No motivation. Just him and the decision to continue. The next morning, Daniel disappeared. Not physically. Socially. He stopped explaining himself. Stopped seeking validation. Stopped announcing his plans. And quietly, he went to work. Every morning at 4:30 a.m., while the city slept, Daniel was awake, studying, practicing, failing, learning, growing. He missed parties, ignored distractions, worked through exhaustion. There were nights he fell asleep at his desk, nights he questioned everything. But discipline kept him moving when motivation disappeared. And slowly, he changed. Not overnight, not magically, but little by little. Pain shaped him. Loneliness sharpened him. Silence transformed him. Then one night, everything almost ended. His motorcycle broke down in the middle of a storm. Rain poured heavily across the empty road. Daniel sat beside the bike, completely exhausted. His landlord wanted rent. His account was nearly empty. Another rejection email appeared on his phone. And finally, he broke down. Not loudly, just silent tears from a man carrying too much for too long. Cars passed him. Nobody stopped. And in that moment, Daniel asked himself the question every dreamer eventually faces. Is all this suffering even worth it? The rain grew heavier. Then suddenly, he remembered something his father once told him as a child. The strongest trees grow slowly. That's why storms cannot break them. Daniel closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and stood back up, not because life became easier, but because quitting would guarantee failure forever. After that night, something changed inside him. He stopped obsessing over results. He focused only on consistency. One day at a time, one skill at a time, one improvement at a time. And eventually, opportunity noticed him. His first online client arrived. Then another. Then another. The money was small, but the belief returned. For the first time in years, his hard work was finally becoming visible. Daniel reinvested everything into himself. Better equipment, better skills, better discipline. And slowly, the life he imagined started becoming real. Years later, a black car stopped outside a modern office building downtown. Daniel stepped out wearing a simple black suit. Calm, quiet, focused. Inside the building, his company logo glowed across the wall. The same man people once laughed at had become someone impossible to ignore. And the strange part? Most people never saw it coming. Because while they were busy talking, Daniel was building. One afternoon, he returned to the same roadside restaurant where people once mocked him. The same friends sat there. But this time, their laughter disappeared. Shock filled their faces. They expected arrogance, revenge, pride. Instead, Daniel smiled quietly and paid for everyone's meal without saying a word. Because true success does not need to scream. That night, Daniel stood alone on a rooftop overlooking the city lights. The same city that once ignored him. And finally, he felt peace. Not because of money, not because of fame, but because he survived a version of himself that almost gave up. Slow emotional pause. Not every season of your life needs an audience. Some dreams grow better in silence. Some battles must be fought alone. People will misunderstand your quietness. Let them. People will mock your slow progress. Let them, because one day your results will speak so loudly you will not need to say anything at all. Work in silence. Let your life make the noise.